We see a complex world through our own very limited subjective lens. Often, that subjectivity is based on a web of cultural and cognitive biases. We not only otherize people of different color, gender, or faith, but also of different academic disciplines and professional fields. So in being carried away with our own perspective, we often lose sight of the whole. Perspective with a capital P is a big picture of multiple perspectives. It is a vision of the whole, or what is commonly referred to as the grand scheme of things. Such perspective allows us to have a more complete understanding of what's important, what's interesting, and what's true. In a world of echo chambers, fake news, and infinite information, perspective couldn't be more important. We could all, of course, do with more perspective in different contexts of our lives, but few realize its relevance to the modern workplace. At the individual level, we know that some jobs intrinsically rely on the idea of perspective. It is the job of the filmmaker, the curator, or the editor, for example, to ensure that various seemingly disparate facets are synchronized in a way that brings about unity and harmony in the end product. Their big picture is their film, their exhibition, their publication. And in the world of executive leadership and management, the leader must have a 360-degree rounded vision of the organization. She must be knowledgeable about its various moving parts as well as the overall strategy. She must manage various stakeholder relationships and balance their individual interests with the interests of the overall organizational mission. With greater perspective, she will ensure greater synchronicity, synthesis, and communication across departments, sectors, and regions. Likewise, civil servants and politicians need to have a more holistic understanding of various aspects of society that their policies might impact. Yet such big picture thinking is not exclusively the domain of leaders. We can all benefit from understanding how our work fits into the wider organization, the community, and the world at large. Such perspective can serve to lift us from a sense of disconnect and enhance our work motivation, or perhaps even empower us with the knowledge to identify other areas where our skills and interests may be better suited. Greater perspective is also achieved at the organizational level by those organizations that break down departmental silos and develop a rounded understanding of the problem. But exactly how might we each nurture the ability to achieve such perspective? It sounds like an ethereal goal. After all, perspective has been at the core of many philosophical traditions throughout history. But there are cognitive tools and mental states that can practically train the mind and take you on a journey to develop a higher sense of perspective. Firstly, define what your big picture is. Is it a specific project, an organization, your entire life, or the world at large? However small your big picture, you can always take a more holistic approach to it. That is, let artificial fields and boundaries dissolve in your quest for understanding and developing it. And learn to think in systems, not categories. How does one aspect of an organizational project relate to or contextualize others? How do they all connect to form the whole? Switch constantly between the general and the specific, as well as between one viewpoint and another, slowly building and then frequently re-evaluating the big picture. Intermittent meditation, which has helped people attain perspective for millennia, can also serve as a powerful psychological tool for knowledge synthesis. Eventually, you will enter a state of flow, finding a unity in all things central and peripheral, ultimately providing an elevated sense of clarity and mindfulness, and in doing so, unlocking your creative potential in ways that are new, exciting, and meaningful.